Professor Belafontaine, fellow classmates. My name is Tanya, and welcome to my persuasive speech on the protection and conservation of our environment and of our planet. Today, my specific purpose is to persuade you on incorporating the three principles of waste management, which are recycling, reducing, and reusing. Did you know that, on average, each American generates over 4 pounds of trash every day and produces about 1.5 tons of solid waste per year? That is a preposterous amount. So high that the piles of trash are going to accumulate and are going to surpass Mount Everest over time. That's crazy. This means that Americans in general make more than 200 million tons of garbage each year. Something has to be done about this, and today I want to persuade you on to take the steps to prevent that. So how many pounds of trash have you produced in your life so far? Have you ever done even an effort to reduce your consumption of trash or reduce your carbon footprint on the earth? If not, today's speech will show you exactly how to incorporate the principles and become a good citizen of the earth, as we call it. Why am I credible? Well, I've researched the topic extensively. I've read countless books on it, and I've watched documentaries and read a lot of peer-reviewed journals, and I'm a very credible person to be listening to today. So, the need step. Why is it a need? Well, obviously, global warming is unprecedentedly factual. Something has to be done about it. The worlds are being extinct. The people are getting a huge number of health issues because of the environment. And we need, according to Integrated Waste Management, no date, there are over 21.5 millions of food wasted each year, and that means that it ends up in landfills. Landfills obviously affects your personal surrounding, but also your global surrounding, so it affects everybody. And I'm sure all of you in one way can relate, or one way or another, that how pollution has negatively affected you. As college students, we're so busy and we're so preoccupied with our work and our homework, and we're like chickens running around with our heads off. So it's no surprise that a lot of people don't think of what could be done, what could we do to help the earth and our environment. We're often so much in a hurry that it just kind of passes us by. Well, carelessness leads to more carelessness. So for instance, if you throw a can of trash into the trash can rather than the recycling bin, then your friends are more often than not also will do the same. So you're not setting a good example. But with a little bit of effort, you have the opportunity to, redeem your steps, and over the course of the lifetime, according to DoSomething.org, no date, you can actually recycle over 25,000 cans, which is an amazing number. So there is a hope to break the chain, and you don't necessarily have to fit that mold anymore. You can do something today to change those actions. The smallest effort can add up and make a huge difference in the long run. So the satisfaction step. Well, according to Eagleson 2014, you can actually incorporate a lot of ways of recycling things, which can give you a tremendous amount of satisfaction. So for one, you can recycle your paper. You can write on both sides of the paper rather than one side. You can also recycle your cans and your bottles at designated drop-offs or even bottle redemption centers to get money from that. You can recycle your ink, empty cartridges, rather than purchasing new cartridges and disposing of the old ones. So these are some of the few examples that you can do to recycle, which is the first step. Now let's look at some of the ways that you can actually incorporate the principle of reusing things. So you can reuse the materials in their original form instead of throwing them away, or you can pass those materials on to others who could use them too. So you can reuse your morning coffee cup. Instead of disposing of the styrofoam cup in the trash, you can actually go to Walmart or go to any superstore, or any store for that matter, and purchase a reusable mug to avoid basically using a new cardboard or styrofoam cup every day. You can also reuse your old newspapers by trading your reading materials with your friends and your colleagues. And you can also reuse your envelopes, so you can write small notes on it, make to-do lists instead of throwing it out. You could also use your old books and your old clothes and donate them to poor children or charities that will reuse these things. So now you know how to incorporate the principles of recycling and reusing. Let's look at the last principle of reducing. So reducing your carbon footprint, how can you go about that? Well, you can reuse or reduce materials in their original form instead of throwing them out. So you can reuse your bags, reduce the consumption of plastics by reusing your bags. You can buy products in bulk rather than in packagings. You can stay clear of disposable utensils and disposable cups, and that will surely reduce your carbon footprint on Earth. So now envision yourself partaking in these small daily tasks of making a difference. The visualization step comes in handy here. Imagine yourself disposing of a cardboard or a plastic in a proper designated recycling bin. How would that make you feel? Terrific, and I guarantee you that. Or imagine that you're helping trees grow and you're contributing to the betterment of the wolves so they can at least, howl. How wonderful would that be? There are no disadvantages to it. It's a win-win situation. And you're contributing to the planet. You're contributing to the place that you call home. So there are a few examples that I've mentioned and elaborated that you can incorporate into your everyday life. It doesn't cost you anything. It surely won't cost you anything except from the effort and maybe the bit of a thought. But these are things that you can do and incorporate that will make a huge difference. So let's admit it. If you do not take good care of your planet, then someday it won't be livable for maybe yourself and for future generations. So just don't think about it now. Actually, let's put that into action. So in conclusion, we've elaborated on the numerous steps of reducing, reusing, and recycling. And according to Gandhi, 1927, the famous quote of "Be the change you wish to see in the world," this is very much applicable to you today, because you can be that change that you wish to see in the world, and you can make that difference, and you can be part of conserving and protecting our beautiful Earth, which we call home. Because if not you, then who? Thank you so much.